Did the Native Americans invite people with open arms and say, hey, come on in and invade our shores?
We're not talking about Christopher Columbus.
Diamond and Silk, they join us from North Carolina. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Diamond, I will start with you. Why Trump?
Because he listened to the people. And we want a successful president. If you ever want to know what's going on with the body, look at the head. So we feel like if the head is successful, then the body of people is successful. And that's why we're supporting Trump. He's going to secure our borders to keep us safe, add to your country, and bring back spirit. That's what we love.
So say hypothetically he does win and he is the president of the country. Don't you think that that's such a huge contrast from Obama to Trump?
I think it's going to be a phenomenon. I think this time the American people is going to be put first. You know, oftentimes the American people is always left behind. Nobody care about the person that's struggling, the person that's underemployed or unemployed. So put somebody in office that's going to work totally and solely for the American people. So I think it's going to be phenomenal.
And I think anything could be better than being $19 trillion plus in debt. You know, Donald Trump is a businessman, and he's all about the bottom line, not just spend carelessly and keep the country in debt. Donald Trump has what it takes to bring this country back forward instead of keeping it stuck backwards.
Now, what do you think about the outrageous things that come out of his mouth? I think sometimes in Oz we hear about these things and we're like, what? He said what? And people are cheering? To us it doesn't really make sense.
Sometimes the truth-telling can make a person feel queasy and uneasy. That's because a lot of times they're not used to really hearing the naked, nasty truth. Donald Trump speaks truth to us all, and that's why he resonates with the American people.
But how does it feel to say you're going to build a wall that closes off Mexico, and Mexico is going to pay for that wall? Surely that's not...
They'll pay for it.
But why should they do that? You've got the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor, which is there for immigrants. You've got a country that is actually the Native Americans are the people that were born and raised in the United States. Everyone else, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're Latino, you are the immigrants.
Let me just say it like this. The key word he said was illegal immigrants, meaning when you cross our borders.
So what was Christopher Columbus doing? What were the people who landed on Plymouth Rock? Did the Native Americans invite people with open arms and say, hey, come on in and invade our shores?
We're not talking about Christopher Columbus. We're talking about 2016 and what's happening in our country.
What's the difference? If you're saying we don't want to welcome anyone with open arms, that could have been said centuries ago.
We cannot have people crossing our border, gunning down our citizens, killing our citizens. If you're going to come over here the legal way, be legal. How can you come over here and fight for rights in our country, but you don't want to fight for those same rights in your
What about,
own country?
There's plenty of U.S. citizens. There are plenty of U.S. citizens who are gunning each other down. They don't need anyone from the southern borders to help them.
Well, we don't need to add any more problems to our country.
That's what I'm saying. But are you telling me Trump's going to fix those problems? Because Obama's trying to fix the problems, but no one wants to adjust the gun law issue.
And then what he's going to do, he's going to bring back jobs. I'm not talking about...
You're not answering my question. What does that have to do with Americans shooting Americans by having a better economy or saying that we're going to stop illegal immigrants coming through?
When you have a better economy, you don't have people gunning down each other. When you have a better economy and where people can thrive and where people are working good wage jobs. And when you come into our country, you going to come in it legally or you fight for those rights that you're trying to fight for here in your own country. That's how we going to be. And you all don't have the right to tell us how we going to do it over here. Okay? That's how that's going to go.